104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Rula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
Tomorrow at this time, my friends, what is tomorrow? Thursday.
Rula and Ryan's Roses.
That is where we help you find out if your mate is a cheater or not, whether it's your gut instinct telling you this or you have real hard evidence, but you don't know who the person is your mate's cheating with. Tomorrow it is a case where somebody feels like while a family member was dying, the mate was out lying. Dying and lying with somebody else. So we're going to get to Rula and Ryan's Roses at this time tomorrow on the Rula and Ryan Show.
Spam calls, he answers them all.
Some scam.
Can I beg your pardon? What do you mean by scam?
It's Special K's telemarketer turnaround
So you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Everybody told me that.
on the Rula and Ryan Show.
Everybody told me that.
104.1 KRBE.
Now, I think your phone rings for like they're looking at old people because you are a property buyer and whoever had the house before you was an elderly person.
You're
Because you
referring
get
to
a lot
Special
of
K
calls.
being a landowner.
Well,
A property
owner because you always get these calls for people that are intended to be really old. You're not old. You just celebrated a birthday. You're rather young.
You're celebrating your birthday today. Y'all, today is Special K's birthday.
Happy birthday.
So what time, let's tell people, what time are we going to go to Amazon live stream for Amazon Prime Day and pick a present for Kevin?
You feeling it?
It's whenever he feels like it, right?
whenever I make that call.
You say, I want to take me to the presents.
Yeah, hit the
But I told
button.
the guys, come on, if you see anything good over there, tell me quick. And then
I'll say, I want this.
no cheating.
Okay, so Special K will mess with the robocallers and the, phone farmers. We call them that because you always hear the phone farm in the background when they're calling you.
I call them scumbags.
Yeah, totally. What's up with this one?
So today they're trying to sell me on final expense insurance.
What now?
Final expense
Cover your
insurance.
final expenses when you expire.
They're alleging that it's very expensive to die, which I guess it is. So they're trying to convince me here to get ready. So I'm going to be in a position where I just woke up, okay? So like I'm still getting the sleep out of my eyes here.
God.
So Jaime is going to take it from here. We're going to pick up the recording when I hit record, and he's telling us kind of what he's selling here on the Rula and Ryan Show.
With the help of Final Expense Insurance Plan, which is designed to cover 100% of your funeral, burial, cremation, or any other debt and obligation that you may leave. So, first of all, how's your day going so far?
I don't know. I just woke up. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I woke you up.
Oh, no. Yeah, but no. So basically, I had to wake up to lick the Cheetos off of my fingertips because I had fallen asleep with my hand in the bag. It was so good, but like it made me so tired. So now I'm like so tired,
Oh,
man.
You're still tired. Well, my intentions were not to interrupt your day, ma'am. But I'm with U.S. Funeral Expenses. Since we're running a promotion right now, I'm not a typical sales guy who's just trying to sell you anything here. I'm here to talk about dying is so expensive nowadays. If we talk about 4 years, you said it is?
No, you said dinosaur expensive. I didn't catch that one.
Dinosaur expensive.
I didn't said dinosaur. I said dying is so expensive nowadays. If we talk about 4 years back or 5 years back, it was totally different, right? But if we talk about 4 years back, 5 years after, 5 years or 10 years are going to be way more expensive. Way more work, right?
Yeah. The last time I died, it was very cheap.
Oh, my God.
The last time I died.
No, it's okay. I came back. But it was a very cheap death. And now it's expensive.
You said you lost someone?
Yeah, well, like, I lost myself when I was playing Candy Crush. And I thought I got a whole row, but I died.
And which death that you experienced?
Yeah, I experienced death, but only for about, 7 minutes.
7 minutes? How's that?
Yeah.
How's it this possible?
you know, they have these machines that they go like zap, 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 and they will bring you back to life and back to reality. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Yeah, it was quite tragic, actually. Like, but a bit sexy. So what happened is I tried to do a triple Lutz on my at-home QVC dance pole, but apparently the triple Lutz is ice skating. Oops. What I did looked more like a triple slut.
I understand that. You said you've been in defibrillator?
I'm not sure. I wasn't awake at the time, but then I woke up and I saw Santa Claus, but he turned out to be my uncle. So I was disappointed, but at least I was alive, you know, and not laying there anymore, like, you know, like dead and stuff. So I know someone's gonna have to pay for it.
Oh.
He said, "Oh."
Hello,
It's transferring you.
puppy.
Puppy.
You're killing me.
Oh, that's how you finally got him to hang up.
Whenever they say that, I'm not a typical salesperson. I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah,
And then he
like,
went
come
right
on.
into a script.
I had this guy the other day, and you'll hear it soon, where I frazzled him so bad, his supervisor had to take over the call. And
Trying to save the call.
he tried to save the call. It was great. I can't
This
wait to
guy
share it
never
with
even
you.
picked up on the fact that you died in Candy Crush.
I know.
If you hate these type of people, you got to watch The Beekeeper with that bald guy that he's in Fast and Furious movies.
What's the streaming
Vin
platform?
No, Transporter and stuff. He's
Oh, Jason Statham.
Yeah. Basically, this lady.
It's a fictional movie.
The Cosby Show.
Okay.
The mom.
Felicia Rashad.
She kills herself because she lost all of her money to one of these scams. They're like, we're with your bank, and if you send this here and you push this button, she pushed the button, and they got control. And you see these scumbags on the other side.
Oh, no.
And she was so nice to him, Jason Statham. Like he lives on the property or something, so he's out to get revenge. And he's a beekeeper.
What
But is he a
streaming
real
platform is
beekeeper?
it?
But beekeeper means something else.
Oh, this came out around the holidays.
Yeah,
right?
it's out.
What a warming
watched
heart
it on
holiday
Netflix.
movie that is, sounds like.
He's the badass like to get revenge.
What's the streaming platform?
Oh, it's free on.
Is it Netflix?
No,
Amazon Prime?
maybe Amazon. One of those. It's so hard. I get them all confused. But it's definitely it is what it is. It's a Jason Statham movie.
Just him
So it's a
kicking
movie
ass.
of revenge.
But if you hate those people that
Trying to
rip
get
off your
justice for
parents
that
and old
innocent-
people,
It is on Amazon Prime.
is Amazon
Okay.
Prime?
Yes, and
Free. You
MGM
can still-
Plus if you have that.
And which one?
MGM Plus.
I don't know that one.
That's another one you got to
I
add
don't have that
money to. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, coming up next, closure. Somebody has dropped out of your life, and you are very curious to know, am I blocked? Or did I do something to offend them? Why am I being ghosted? What is going on? You contact us at krbe.com. Erica gets in touch with you.
Especially neighbors, Rula.
Oh,
Maybe you got some really neighbors, some neighbors you get along with, you talk to all the time, and then one day they just don't talk to you anymore. What happened? You want to find out?
We were always having barbecues. I thought somebody was barbecuing, and I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire!" Okay, we'll get to closure next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
That, my friend, is what they call closure.
Yep, they were in your life,
Closure.
and then they weren't. They just are missing in action.
Whether it was a romantic date that has ghosted you, it's somebody from your childhood, it's somebody from your workplace, somebody that was in your life, and you keep trying to contact them, and nothing happens. You bring it to us at krbe.com. Eric gets on that case.
It doesn't have to be, like you said, romantic.
Doesn't always, yeah.
We
it's
get a lot of
all
ghost
kinds of
stories.
relationships.
It's easier if they have family, though. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times if I can't get through them, I can get through a family member, and they'll give me to a cousin.
One of
and
the
they'll give
best
me to them.
ways is what, Eric? You look at their socials and see who they tagged, and then follow the person they tagged, and then find that person, and they lead you back to the trail.
And I put their number in. There's a site I use that tells you where that area, and there's like, here's 5 other names. And a lot of times they're related.
The Netflix show.
So, but
Eric
it's
is
like a
watching
Smith.
You.
Oh, yeah. Everybody else?
Eric
You
on Netflix. I'm watching you. I'm finding you. Okay, so Jamie reached out to us. It has to do with neighbors. Let's hear the full story. Good morning, Jamie.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Jamie.
Good morning, Jamie. So, what do you need closure on this morning?
I'm pretty upset. Our neighbors, they're our really good friends, Arthur and Carrie. They would come over all the time. We were like best friends, I would consider them. My husband and I love hanging out with them. They would come over for dinner.
Now, when you say your neighbors, are you guys like next door neighbors or in the same neighborhood?
Yeah, we're next door neighbors. We live in the same townhouse community. They're right next door.
Obviously, you're on the show for this reason, closure. So what happened? They just ghosted you for some reason, though they're right next door?
All of a sudden, they just stopped answering their phone calls. They stopped answering text messages. They're basically avoiding us. I feel like I tried to catch them, like when they leave for work, and like they just don't even look at us.
But there's not one thing in your head. I always think about that. Like my last interaction with
Was there an
somebody.
incident?
I'm trying to think. I mean, we had like a few game nights. The last game night we had, I mean, we get pretty competitive. So, I mean, I can't imagine that was it.
You took Park Place, you
That was mine.
Okay, so game night. What kind of games do you play?
This game called Spies versus Resistance. I forgot what the name is.
You already lost me at the word resistance. I'm good. Okay, y'all do your own thing.
Sounds something
Okay,
dirty. No,
so
I'm just
you
kidding.
missed them because obviously they were good friends of yours. Y'all would socialize a lot. Now, nothing. How long has it been since that time they came over?
2 months.
2 months? Wow.
And there's not even like a general courtesy, like nod of the head or a hey to you if you do see them like in the driveway or something?
Nothing.
We don't know what happened, and it could be really awkward then if they've gone to that extreme.
I guess we're going to find out. Now, I understand Arthur is on the line. He has actually heard all of this conversation.
Hi, Arthur. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, I guess.
Well, Arthur, you heard this whole conversation. Can you enlighten Jamie as to why you guys just disappeared?
Jamie, you sure you want to do this over the radio?
Well, I mean, it's the only way that we can get some answers from you and Carrie. I mean, we were always hanging out, and you guys, like, ghosted us.
Okay. I mean, if you're up for it. I mean, honestly, it's pretty silly, but, you know, whether it's like coasters under drinks or like using salad forks for salad only. I mean, you know what the big one is the shoes off every time you go into their house.
Oh, you don't allow shoes?
Jamie, do you have small children who crawl on the floor? Do you have kids?
No, we don't have kids, but I mean...
She's got a dog. She lets the dog run around in its poop, and then and it has the run of the place. But I got to take my shoes off?
I'd feel kind of weird.
Shoes are kind of gross.
I don't like
have carpet.
I know, but I don't like going over to somebody's house and taking my shoes off.
If it's a wood floor, I don't mind if you wear shoes, but carpet, I'd be like,
I live in the same unit. We were right next door. The floors aren't that great.
Okay, let me throw this your way. From what Jamie told us, Arthur, you and your wife Carrie are close with her, and y'all would hang out a lot.
Yeah.
If I felt uncomfortable to take off my shoes and I knew that Jamie wanted that and I'm just next door in a townhouse community where basically they're connected, then I would come over with like my cozy socks or something, or I knew.
I mean, that's kind of a deal breaker, but also, I mean, they're like my 7-year-old parents. I mean, they're the Bickersons. You know, they're at each other's throat about everything.
I think we're getting to the heart of the matter now. So you guys argue a lot?
I mean, I don't think we argued that much. I mean, we argue.
Can I ask Arthur a question? Arthur, is this coming more from you or your wife?
Both. Gary's pretty fed up with it as well.
Why wouldn't you talk to them? Even when you were fighting,
Jamie.
Like, well, you guys argue a lot with each other about.
You would have the cojones to say that out
I would
loud?
Say nice.
If they're as close as they're saying they are.
If we're doing game night, I'd be like, Rula, man, you and Tasso's really good.
But y'all are like on a family
kill
level.
each other, Pictionary.
You guys are on a different level. You guys have basically been family for 20 years.
That's anybody.
They are just next door neighbors. I wouldn't have like the guts to say, hey, you guys are making me uncomfortable with your fighting.
It just wasn't worth it. I mean, you know, we have other friends as well. And I mean, we enjoyed their company.
Did you?
Well, I mean, up to a point.
It was awkward before. How do you mean now?
I didn't ask her to come on the radio. I mean, you know, she asked me.
Are the shoes like a hard line no?
I mean, yeah, I spend a lot of time like cleaning floors, and like the things that are on the bottoms of people's shoes are like, if you look it up, it's really, really gross.
Yes, and Arthur, y'all are next door. Put some like slipper socks or something on and just come over. You know you're in it to be relaxed.
That is so odd.
Yeah, or just don't come over.
If you guys ever invite us over, I mean, we'll try not to argue, I guess.
Actually, that's a good point, Jamie. Hold on. Arthur, how come you guys never invited Steve and Jamie over to your house? That way the shoe thing wasn't a big deal. You'd say, let's go to we want to stay in our house.
You should switch it up anyway.
We'll host.
Well, I mean, if I'm over there, at least I can leave.
Oh, man.
Oh,
that's true. We've all had company like that before where it's like, I'd rather be at their place where I can leave as opposed to
I'd rather have them hosted. I'll pay extra for food and stuff.
I can always come
leave.
up with a lie and leave. Like, oh, yeah, I've got diarrhea. I got to leave.
I usually listen to a lie with you.
Okay, well, now you know.
You're a
now
weak
you
stomach.
know. Okay, so Jamie, thank you for listening to our show and for, looking to clear this up. And Arthur, thank you for clearing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening and wish you the best in the neighborhood situation.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Okay. I mean, Rilla, do you ask people to take off their shoes when they come in your house?
Not anymore because my kids don't crawl on the floor anymore, but I did when they were small because my kids were all over that floor. Their hands were on the ground, and I agree with her. The bottom of your shoes are disgusting. Walk into any public restroom, and you're walking that into your house from the bottom of your shoes. It's nasty.
I've seen our bathrooms.
So I don't anymore, but I do have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes at my house.
Yes.
Flip-flops that I won't wear outside, but I'll wear them all over the house, things like that.
What about you, Eric? Do you, if you have company, do you ask these people to take off their shoes when they come in?
No.
Really?
I don't have carpet.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I have a rug, but...
Yeah, if you just were on
I take mine off as I get home. I take my shoes off.
Yeah, but if you're like a guest and you're on hardwood floor or tile,
once I had
you're gonna slide all over the place.
For the school, we had a wine party at our house, and what am I going to tell 75 people to take their shoes
off
off?
your shoes.
Oh my gosh!
And Eric, I've been in that position.
I just mopped the floor 10 times.
I've been in that position where it was the most awkward thing ever. It was a formal party, and all the shoes were outside. I'm like, what in the hell? And this poor lady, this one lady, she was like in her 60s, and she was like, my feet really hurt on hard floors. Like she had her special shoes, and
her orthopedic
it was just like
shoes.
people wanted to get out of there as fast
Especially
as
a
they
lot
could.
of places in Houston, they have like patios outside. So, people want to get outside. Maybe they want to smoke or just get out there or something.
Go out there barefoot or sock-footed.
That's gross.
I definitely tell people to take their shoes off before they get in my place. But it's a one-bedroom and it's carpet. So,
if it's
take them off.
carpet.
Right. So if you have been ghosted by someone or you've lost touch with somebody or you are lost track of them, Eric is your man. He's going to help you find that person and get some closure. It happens every Wednesday at 7:20. Go to krbe.com. Now, coming up next, the Olympics are about to happen. This time in Paris. It's the Summer Games, swimming, gymnastics, track, all the good things, starting on July 26th. But what do these Olympians get paid to represent their countries in sport?
I bet they get paid more in like other countries, like a smaller one, because it looks good for them. Like the Jamaican bobsled team, that movie.
Yeah, those
Oh,
guys.
yeah, Cool Runnings.
They didn't win anything.
They didn't win,
just
but
showed
at the
up.
end,
But it was
I
pretty
bet they
cool
made
that they were
tons
in
of
it.
money in residual endorsements just because they put Jamaica on the map for the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Winter Olympics. That's why it was such a... If you've never seen the movie Cool Runnings, it's a cool movie.
That was a
All
great
right,
movie.
We'll talk about the salaries of the athletes next on the Rule and Ryan Show.
I'm very proud to present Rula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. Okay, we're talking about the Olympics coming up in July in Paris. The Summer Games are happening. July 26th on Friday is the opening ceremony. Sunday, August
that's coming
11th
up
is the closing.
Fast.
Yeah, Paris.
I keep
is
seeing
very
teases
busy
for it
already.
with Spielberg.
Yeah, what's that all about? I've been
He's
seeing
making
that
it
too.
sound like it's going to be a big, like the opening night is going to be huge.
Is he producing the opening
I'm sure they kicked
ceremony?
him some coin. Think about it. It's Universal. He's in with Universal.
Yeah, he owns a piece of Universal.
Yeah, Universal Studios.
NBC Universal.
Yeah, so that's probably what's going on.
Maybe he's producing the opening thing.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. This is making it sound like it's going to be something you've never seen before.
So the question is, well, what do athletes get paid? Now, over the years, we've learned really not that much, but here's where the money really comes in. And there is some money involved. However, to Eric's point, before we got to the Rihanna song, you said it depends on which country you're from, because some countries are just happy to be put on the map in the spotlight if you win the gold or the silver.
So you're saying there are some that don't even
Especially
pay
if
their
you're
I
in
can
the
just
gold.
imagine the smaller country. I'd be like so proud of you. Like you're going to come home a hero. Like when I was in the Bahamas.
You are a hero if you win a gold for your country.
When I was in the
some of these
Bahamas
smaller
and I was
countries.
like got off the plane and I remember going to customs and there's all these plaques of people that were in the Olympics for the Bohemian. Is it Bohemians?
Bahamians.
Bahamians. Mm-hmm. And so they, America, we're pretty big. We have
a lot of
hundreds and
athletes.
hundreds of
lots of gold medalists.
gold medalists. There, they only have like 20.
So, those who represent Malaysia, Morocco, or Serbia and win an individual gold at the Paris Games will get over $200,000 from those countries' governments.
Nice.
Or the National, Olympic Committee. And Italy pays over $193,000 to gold medal winners. Several other countries pay more than $100,000. Team USA athletes get considerably less. I think we've talked about this since probably the Athens
they're also
Games.
getting endorsements.
But not
Maybe.
like somebody
Maybe.
that wins like for fencing.
Right. Because why am I having a total brain fart right now? And I'm embarrassed to say, was it Krista who called our show? She's a softball gold medalist.
Oh, yeah.
We don't.
Was she over in Kingwood?
Did she get the Wheaties box? Too busy with Simone Biles and Michael Phelps.
Yep. That's a good
You know
point.
what I'm saying? Team USA athletes get $37,500 for each gold medal, $22,500 for each silver, and $15,000 for every bronze. Now, to the point that we're making about these smaller countries, if your country never medaled and you're the first one to medal for them, you will be famous till you're dead. You could be 100 years old and everyone knows your name.
Yep.
You could be a bronze bust somewhere. You have endorsements like a Nolan Ryan Foundation endorsement till you're 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in smaller countries, I know from the only other country that I know about is what, guys? Guess what country I know about?
Greece.
There is a guy
Or Turkey.
who did weightlifting. And this guy is the king. He's the king still. I think in like 88 or something or 2000, he won for weightlifting. He won the gold, and everyone has just lost their marbles.
He can go anywhere and get free Uzo.
He goes anywhere, and they bow down because big-time gold medal. But again, you're competing with Simone Biles. You're competing with Gabby Douglas. You're competing with Michael Phelps.
Yep.
You're competing with so many different gold medals we've had here.
Carl Lewis right here.
Right, and so it's not the
Think
same.
about we have a lot from the Houston area.
When was Carl
Mary Lou
Lewis?
Retton.
Mary Lou
Mary Lou
Retton, Carl
Retton was
Lewis,
the 80s, so was Carl Lewis.
Some boxers.
We got
too.
Simone Biles.
The family-
Tara Lipinski. Wasn't she from somewhere in this area? Tara Lipinski?
I think so. The
that
family
was
for
skating.
judo, right?
Oh, yeah, the Lopez family
Yeah.
for Taekwondo.
Taekwondo.
Gosh, we have so many. We have a lot of Olympians. Okay, and also I want to make this mention because, when we have a storm, we just lose track of the time, the dates, the activities, the events. You didn't have
Especially
power
in
for such a
July.
long time. So off the air, we were talking about how, if in case you missed this, the Rust case where Alec Baldwin shot the cinematographer and killed her has been dismissed. That was 4 days ago. But today the story is the woman who was the armorist who got jail time for that is like, hold up. You guys dismissed him? All right. Appeal retrial.
What?
I got to get out of jail for this. This is ridiculous.
But she's the one who put the bullet.
But I was thinking, some people don't even know that 4 days ago that even happened because you haven't had power or you haven't paid attention to something like that in the grand scheme of what's really important in your life. But yeah, Alec Baldwin's case was dismissed. But all the stress and all the hell of thinking your life is on the line now. You're going to go to jail for being handed a loaded weapon on a movie set and killing someone. The stress of that, he doesn't get anything back for that. Right, but he's going to get the TLC Baldwin show.
He's got that documentary show, that reality series.
So crazy. Also, yesterday there was some thing about Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello when they were married. They divorced after 7.5 years, and he talked to a men's magazine about what the divorce was about. Everyone's like, "Why do you have to bother him? Well, who cares what they divorced over?" I go, "Well, obviously it's showbiz. People care what celebrities divorce
Well,
over."
he cares if it's wrong. If they think they got divorced for one reason and it's not the reason.
Apparently, in the new issue of Men's Journal, there's been a lot said in the press about me wanting a family. He said that is simply not true. He says that he and Sophia talked about having kids at the very beginning of their relationship, and she was fine with it. In fact, they did try for the first year and a half, and he assured her that he would never leave her if it didn't work out. He said, to be painted as if I had some sort of midlife crisis, and after 9 years turned to somebody and gave them an ultimatum of do this potentially unhealthy thing to your body or else I'm gone, that's never who I was. So I guess the story was she said he wanted kids, she couldn't provide them, so it was over, and he's saying that's not the case.
That's true because it makes them look bad. Like you're supposed to love them no matter what.
Remember
get
Sofia
married,
Vergara
for
was
better
with that
or worse.
guy, the regular guy. Remember she had like a regular non-actor boyfriend for a long time, and he sued her because they had embryos in the freezer.
Oh yeah, that's
So that when they did get married, they could have babies, and then they had to fight over what happens to the embryos. And he wanted to get a surrogate and have the babies, and she's like, "I'm not even with you anymore. Do not bring a child that I'm the mother of into this world." And it's just a whole messy game. It's a whole messy game. So this is now 2 relationships following Sofia Vergara regarding kids, and she's just like, "Hey, man, We're just doing what we're doing. So, yeah, in case you missed that, because you just got power back yesterday. Those are some things that have been happening in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Rula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
You know, I would assume most people have their power back. There are about, what you say,
38,000 plus.
38,000.
That's still 38,000 clients, like accounts.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people are in each of those households. That's 38,000 plus accounts that still don't have power.
Well, there's two of us in ours. We don't have it right now. And I know one of the things we've got to do now is to open up that fridge and clean it out. And on click2houston.com, they have an article, how to get that smell out of your fridge.
Wait, your fridge still has
bleach?
stuff in it?
I think there are some things in there. I didn't want to open it up, and it's just nasty.
I think you just got to take that thing out.
Just get rid of the
White
fridge.
vinegar and baking soda.
I tried that at my in-laws' place in Galveston. It smelled like death. There was meat and fish.
No, I threw all that out.
I tried every hack to clean it. We just took the fridge out and bought a new one for. There was a secondary fridge. So
don't say that.
One of those cheaper ones.
Yeah, we're not throwing away the fridge.
Smells right now.
But
We're not throwing away the fridge.
I tried to clean it out.
Okay, I'm going to give you a silver
What they're
lining, though,
saying
Mod.
here-
I'll give you a silver lining, Ahmad. I had one of those white freezers in the garage, and this is totally unrelated to a storm. Just the GFCI or GCFI, whatever it's called, had gone out. I didn't know it. Everything in there, stinkerama, fish, meat, nasty, nasty. I think I did an Instagram story. And I was like, how do I get the smell out? How do I get the smell out? I did the whole thing, scrubbed it with Clorox wipes, did the baking powder, did the white vinegar, and I left it open for like a week. I left it open so that it can breathe. And so finally it came back again. I still use it.
Okay, so what they're saying is obviously you remove all the spoiled, questionable food. Then you take out the shelves, the crispers, the ice trays. You wash them thoroughly with hot water and
you gotta wash
detergent.
everything.
Rinse them with a sanitizing solution. Wash the interior of the fridge and the freezer, including the door and gasket. That is important with hot water and baking
Where's
soda.
the gasket?
Oh, that's that rubber thing that goes around
that
that
seals
seals
it.
it.
That seals the fridge door because that
smells too.
soaks it up too.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever had like a washing machine where you get the mold in that rubber and you got to clean that part out?
You can replace those ones as well, and I've done that.
Yeah.
It's not too hard of a job.
It stinks though. So
you're
you've
going to
got
sweat in this heat trying to do that. But then again, you're in your house.
But you can
if
go
it's
to
your house
Amazon and
fridge,
buy
not
those things for
garage.
the rubber strips.
But I mean, just to clean your
Yeah,
laundry, your
they
washing
only do
machine.
so much.
At least if it's really bad, it'll at least make
Yeah.
it clean. Then you can wipe it down.
Yeah, you got to get in there with a toothbrush and really scrub.
Put some gloves on for this job, kids.
Yeah.
Put some gloves on
Yes.
for this
Oh, yeah.
job. Because the Clorox wipes will eat right through
And
your
you just
hands.
got to remember this. Like I said, most people have their power back. They've already done this, but you know this is going to happen again. So just be aware. You know, I won't make that mistake of letting the fridge sit there for a couple of days. The second the power is out, I'm just like, after that 4
And if
hours has passed, I'm throwing everything
And
away.
be careful. A lot of people do that too. They power went back on. They went and bought groceries, and then 4 hours later, it died again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many people lost
Yeah.
power again for the second time. So they're not really like.
You almost got to wait
sure.
24 hours just to make sure.
Yep.
My mom's power came back for 48 hours and then it popped off for 48 hours.
By
and then
then
she got
I
it back.
would have bought stuff.
Yes. So it was like a double whammy.
Or buy
All right.
get a Yeti or something. Those coolers are awesome.
Who's going to be wearing the rapid fire belt this week?
Oh, looks like I'm holding it proudly still, and I hope I don't have to pass it over
Maybe I'll-
to anybody
maybe I'll
in
throw it
particular.
to
The name
Kevin.
rhymes with Derek.
He's
Kevin
the
can
birthday
enjoy
boy.
his birthday.
Don't patronize
Kevin
me.
win this week, maybe.
Special K, we'll miss the questions on purpose so that
For
you
you, you're
can
going to throw the game for the birthday boy.
Okay, so what we have to give away something fantastic. Missy Elliott's back in town, y'all.
You can't throw the game. You're playing for people.
Yeah, Toyota Center, and it's happening this Saturday. Missy Elliott is going to be on stage, and you and a guest can be there if we win the rapid fire quiz for you. 713-390-KRBE. We need 4 contestants. 713-390. I'm sorry, wait. Y'all didn't catch me on that.
833.
833
Yeah.
390 5723.
You were $20. Just put $20 in that jar.
Dude, 20 years of saying 713.
That's gonna be hard.
Oh, man. Okay, our new phone number is, in case you missed that too, somebody said, I'm a teacher. I only know what day of the week it is because of y'all. Our phone number changed. Just the area code, 833-390-KRBE. We need 4 contestants to try and win Missy Elliott tickets. You can ask to play along with me. I'm Rula. You can ask to play along with Eric or Special K. It's his birthday. Or Ahmad. And we're going to see who wins next on the Rula and Ryan Show.